Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Okay, so today I'm going to discuss with you about one of the graduation projects which was done in Dubai Pharmacy College by our undergraduate students, and this is considered as the preliminary studies, which is the development and in vitro evaluation of mucoadhesive buccal film of Aceclofenac. So just a few presentations before, we were hearing about the same topic, which is the buccal film. And actually, this is one of the innovative delivery system, which is dragging a lot of attention nowadays due to its applicability and very ease of administration. It is having, there is improvement in addiction to patient compliance. They can be defined as a solid dosage form that contains water-soluble polymer, which is quickly hydrates and dissolve when placed on the oral cavity.
Just a second.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, now we can see.
It's
fine.
Moving.
Yeah, now we can see.
Okay, so even now, if I will move the slide, it's
That's
moving.
fine.
It's not moving here. See? No slides. No. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so buccal films, they are considered as a perfect transmucosal route for low bioavailability drugs, as it avoids first pass hepatic metabolism and at the same time the gastrointestinal drug degradation. So buccal films, these are one of the novel technology that nowadays many researchers, they are working to formulate the drug as a buccal film. Okay, the chosen drug for this research is Aceclofenac. Aceclofenac is considered one of the anti-inflammatory analgesics, and it is widely used for different pain relief and inflammatory conditions, and even one of these conditions are the dental pain and rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, and many different other diseases. It has been reported that this drug comparably to other conventional NSAIDs has a higher anti-inflammatory effect as seen in many double-blind studies. Also, it's having a short half-life and low bioavailability. So as we have discussed now, the buccal films, they are always trying to formulate the low bioavailable drugs as a buccal film because they will pass the first pass metabolism. The objective of this research is to develop Aceclofenac mucoadhesive buccal film using different polymers, and the method used, it was solvent casting method, and then the prepared formulation, they were evaluated by using different characterization tests, and lastly, the optimized formula have been chosen depending on the in vitro drug release and different pharmacokinetic modeling. I will start with the methodology, the preparation of the buccal film. So solvent casting method was used. The buccal film, they were prepared by using different type of polymers. So like HPMC, CMS, PVA, and all of these, they are considered as hydrophilic polymers, and other hydrophobic polymers also, they were used as Eudragit S100 and SR100. This is the method of preparation, how the preparation was done. So like depending on solvent casting method, like two beakers they were used, hydrophilic polymers they were dissolved, hydrophobic polymers they were dissolved, and then they compiled together and they have been poured into the petri dishes, and this is what's called the solvent casting method. The buccal film were dried for 24 hours overnight, and then they were cut in regular shapes and sizes. Actually, these are all the formulas. There were 18 formulas that have been tried in this research using SCMS in 2 concentrations and PVA and HPMC, and also the Udrogit. So like it was used as HPMC, each polymer in 2 different concentration with another hydrophobic polymer and without the hydrophobic polymers. So different combinations of different polymers using different polymers, they were there. And after the usage of all of these polymers, the folding endurance was the first characteristic that we depend on it, plus the film description. So we will find that by different formulas, the result was that no film is formed, while by using other polymers, the film is formed and the folding endurance, it was above 100. So the first stage of the research was to select all the preparations that have exceeded the folding endurance 200. And we will find that the formulas, they were labeled as fail or pass according to the folding endurance. Out of the 18 formulas, the first 6 formulas that passed the folding endurance, they were selected for further characterization. Other characterization after the folding endurance, they were done like thickness, like water vapor permeability, like percentage of elongation, moisture uptake, weight uniformity, and surface pH and drug content. The results of these formulas, it was that all formulas, they were having thickness which is reasonable, and it is matching the other papers. So like it was ranging from 7.5 up to 30 micrometers, which is considered as very thin and acceptable range. And the differences between these formulas, it was depending on the percentage of polymers which is used and the type of polymer as well. Also, all of the polymers or the formed formulation, they were having acceptable elongation property. Regarding the weight uniformity and the water vapor, we will find that all of the formulations, the 6 formulations that have been chosen, they were having a reasonable weight uniformity. They were accepted in matter of their weight, and only F16 was heavier than the other, and this is due to the presence of a Udrogit, which is considered as a heavy polymer. And weight uniformity, it was acceptable, and it was all the films formed, they were very similar in their weight. Regarding moisture content, we will find also that similarity between the results. All the formulas, they were having the similar moisture content except F16, because F16, it is the only formula that was having a Udrogit, and Udrogit, it is a hydrophobic polymer. But all the other formulas, they were hydrophilic, so they were able to absorb moist, and their moisture content was a little bit high. Drug content, it was acceptable for all the formulations. Almost 100% of the drug was present. Regarding the in vitro release, formulations, they were able to release 100% of the drug, but we can see here that we are having some formulas that fast release was there, like F5 and F12. So F5 and F12, they have showed the very high and fast release of the drug. If we will look at the kinetic studies, we will find that the formulation, they followed first order kinetic and Hopfenberg kinetic with a very high R-square, which means that these formulas, they are following the first order and the Hopfenberg order of kinetic. And F5, F12, they were among the highest formulations that showed the highest kinetic studies. Okay. Other parameters, pharmacokinetic parameters, they were also studied, and F5, F18, F12, all of them, they have shown a very high AUC, but F5 and F12, they were among the highest AUC, which means that their bioavailability was very high. And at the same time, the mean residence time, it was very short. So this means that after applying the mucoadhesive buccal film, it was just placed on the mouth and it was releasing the drug in a very less time and having a very high dissolution efficiency, which is 0.99. As a conclusion, we can conclude that the aceclofenac buccal film, they were prepared successfully by using solvent casting method, and polymers that have been chosen, they were able to prepare or to perform a very good buccal films. Different polymers can be used to prepare the buccal films, but among all of them, we are having the PVA and the Utrojet. They were among the best polymers. It was shown that F5 and F12, they have explored the best drug release. Within 30 minutes, complete release of the drug were there. And if we will compare F5 and F12, we will find that F5, it was having even better elongation, weight content, and controlling of the moisture. So the optimized formula for this research was FN5, which contains the SEMS with the Utrojet. Thank you very much.